Hi there, welcome to this new devlog of making an Indian horror game. So if you have watched the previous devlog, and I know you have. So as I said in the last devlog that I would be completing the house 3D model as soon as possible, and it has been nearly 3 months and I am still stuck in the modeling of the house. Maybe the modeling was finished till now if I had hired a 3D model artist. And as you know, I'm a poor developer, so I can't afford to hire someone for my stupid games, which at last I don't know will work or not. Because of the incomplete house, I avoided adding more mechanics to the game, as I wanted to know the actual dimension of the object that would fit the game environment, and it cost me 3 months. Somehow after 3 months of doing a very small amount of work each day, the texturing of the house and the model was over, and here is how it looks.
Bro, what the hell is even that?
Okay, I know the textures of the house doesn't look good, but as now it's time to add lights to the house, and as you know it's a mobile game, we have to be very specific about the number of FPS we should get. So I will not use real-time light as they are resource intensive. Instead I will use baked lighting, which is basically lights that is baked into the mesh, giving the player an illusion of real-time light. And after baking 15 to 16 lights into the mesh, our house is perfectly lit up, and here is how it looks. So if you have watched the previous devlog, then you already know that we are having jitter problem while switching the camera from player to Tatya. So to fix that, I just removed the coroutine and used my float timer, and now it works perfectly. So a quick tip for you that be careful if you are using coroutines and float timer together, as it may cause some unwanted problems. Also you can see the current UI elements kind of looks ugly, so I gave it a makeover, and here is how it looks. Also it is a high time now that I should give a makeover to Tatya, as he is now properly set. So I opened Blender and started from scratch to model Tatya, and somehow completed the modeling and texturing of the body. I also wanted to add animation to Tatya such as blinking, so for that I can add texture animation, but I had no idea what is texture animation. Therefore after banging my head here and there for several times, I was finally able to achieve it somehow. So this is the new look of Tatya. Share your thoughts in the comments whether you liked it or not.
Bro, the previous one was better.
So after completing the model, I hooked up all the animations for Tatya by just changing the base model, and now all the animations and the logic works perfectly. Wait, is it just me or Tatya is really looking like Krish? Now it is time to add the most important game mechanic that will have a large impact on the player progression in the game, that is player sanity. Those who have no idea what player sanity is, then let me tell you that it's similar to player health, but it's more specific about the player's in-game mental health. This type of game mechanic is generally implemented in psychological horror games. So first I made the sanity UI, which looks similar to the health UI, as I already said, and implemented the logic that the sanity UI will change color according to the current health of the player. This mechanic works like this. Player sanity will decrease on the basis that how many times it interacts or had been seen by Tatya. For example, here you can see if the player is seen by Tatya, its sanity will go down. Now one more important thing is that sanity of the player will go down, but in what ways we can increase the player sanity? No problem guys, I have a master solution. The player sanity can be increased by PARLI-G. So if you are Indian, then you should already know what impact this biscuit has among Indians, unless you are very rich. So to make the PARLI-G model, I opened Blender and made the model and wrote the logic that if the player has less sanity, then to increase the sanity level, he can search for some PARLI-G in the house and can increase sanity, as less sanity or mental health can cause nauseous effect on the player like this. So these were some new game mechanics which I added to the game. Feel free to comment about any game mechanic which you want to share, and if you liked the video, consider subscribing for getting new devlogs and to follow along the development process of this game. Thanks for watching.